The Rangers might be coming, but Chris Sutton can't see them. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And despite Rangers cutting the gap to Celtic down to just 2 points with a game in hand, that technically means they're actually in front if they win that one game in hand. But despite that, Chris Sutton still does not think Rangers are a brilliant side. He doesn't think Rangers are out of the woods just yet, and he's actually laying the blame at the footsteps of Celtic for this gap essentially disappearing since Michael Beale left Ibrox. So Chris Sutton is praising Rangers on one hand, but then on the other hand effectively just downplaying their improvements and blaming everything on what he called a disjointed Celtic team. So Sutton did go on to give Clement a lot of praise, actually comparing him to Ange Postecoglou, which I didn't really see coming. I don't really see Clement as an Ange Postecoglou. Even if you look at the beginning of their careers in Scotland, you can't really take any sort of parallel in terms of like results or performances. Ange came in, and even though you could see the performances straight away, results weren't there. He was struggling results wise, whereas Clement's came in and we haven't really seen great performances. You could argue there's not been a great performance yet from this Clement side domestically, but there's been a lot of great results, and in fact there's been no bad results. The only one draw is against Aberdeen. So Clement domestically, results wise, has been pretty much perfect in his short stay at Rangers, whereas Ange Postecoglou, his first few months, results were poor and he was already being pressured to be out the door. So I don't really see the comparisons right now that Chris Sutton does between the two managers, but this is what Chris Sutton had to say on Rangers, Clement, and of course Celtic. Quote, "I think there's been a marked difference with the new Rangers manager, Philippe Clement, coming in with a good track record. He's got his head down, like the Belgian Ange Postecoglou, really in that he's just focusing on what his team are doing, not talking about Celtic. They had a brilliant result in Europe against Real Betis to top their Europa League group. I still don't think Rangers are a brilliant football team, and I don't think they're out of the woods just yet. Where they will have a great deal of heart is they'll look across the city at a Celtic team at this moment in time who are disjointed and going through the motions." End of quote. And I probably agree with Chris Sutton, because even though Clement has came in, he's got good results, he's already won a trophy, I don't think that he's blew anybody away. I don't think Rangers are playing great football, but they are probably playing the best at the moment in Scotland. They've definitely got the best form in Scotland. Nobody can really come close to that. And the fact that they're doing so well with a brand new manager, and across the city you've got Celtic struggling with a man that is supposedly a top class manager. How many times have we heard Brendan Rodgers be labelled world class? We hear it all the time. We were told that Brendan Rodgers was going to come back. He was going to bring back the Celtic dominance. Ange Postecoglou leaving wasn't going to be a loss. Blah, 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 blah. And it is a loss. This Celtic team is not as good as it was last season. That is undeniable now. The manager, the players, the style of football, the results, goals scored, goals against. It doesn't matter what metric you measure this team with against last year's team, other than the fact they did win a Champions League game this year, but it was a dead rubber against Feyenoord, so who really gives a shit about that? This Celtic team is not as good as the Celtic team for last year. And Sutton doesn't think Rangers are brilliant yet. You know what? They aren't. I don't think Rangers are brilliant either. But the fact is, Rangers might not need to be brilliant to win this league title. Rangers might need just to continue what they're doing. Because as things currently stand, there's one team moving forward and there's one team moving backwards. And the team that's moving backwards is a team that is currently hanging on just about at the top of the table with their fingernails. That is Celtic. They are going the opposite way. They're going down. Rangers are coming up, so we'll see what happens. The Rangers are coming. They're not great, but right now, they're better than Celtic, and that is good enough, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Chris Sutton, he's fearing it. He thinks Rangers are coming, and I think they are too. So, yeah, we'll see. Will Rangers win the league? I'd say there's a decent chance of it, guys. Catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.